We all dream of living a life of luxury, having enough money to do whatever we want and not have to worry about money. But the road to wealth is not an easy one, and it requires sacrifices that many are not willing to make. If you truly want to become rich, you need to be prepared to give up certain things in your life. Here are some of the sacrifices that you may need to make some money. Time. One of the biggest sacrifices you need to make to become rich is your time. Building wealth takes time and effort over the course of many years. You need to be willing to invest your time into your work, whether that means starting a business, working long hours at your job, or investing in the stock market. Becoming rich doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistent work for years to come. You may need to sacrifice time with your friends and family, hobbies, and even your sleep to achieve your financial goals. Many of today's famous entrepreneurs, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Gary Vee, etc., they all have stories of working long hours and building their business, sacrificing much to achieve their dreams. This is the thing that most people understand yet try to skip past. In order to get the things you want, you need to do the things required. In this case, it's spending lots of time doing the right things towards your goals. As much as people want to find the shortcut towards success, quite frankly, there isn't one. The only solution is to do the work required. Instant gratification. If you want to become rich, you need to learn to delay gratification. Instant gratification can come in many forms, like buying flashy clothes, binge-watching TV, and impulsive purchases. This means that you need to resist the temptation to spend money on things that you don't really need. You may need to give up some of your luxuries and live a more frugal lifestyle. This doesn't mean that you can't enjoy life, but it does mean that you need to prioritize your financial goals over instant gratification. Do you think that anyone successful spent their time wasting away on screens or buying things they didn't need? People who built themselves up weren't actively breaking down their foundation with things like these, but rather chose to build them up with healthy habits. Consider it an early investment, where you don't spend much at first to continue working, and eventually build up to have a lot to spend later. This way, the later spending is justified, and the hard work done. Social life. If you want to become rich, you may need to give up your social life to some extent. While it's important to have a social life and spend time with your friends and family, you may need to prioritize your work and your financial goals over your social life. Considering earlier that we had already sacrificed our time, it would be difficult to spend time with those we would like. This means that you may need to say no to social events and gatherings that are not essential to your goals. Imagine that you are hanging out with your friends every day. You may need to cut back on expensive outings and dinners and focus on building your wealth. Excuses. If you ever want to become rich, you must give up making excuses. When talking about achieving financial success, you need to take responsibility for your actions and be willing to work towards your goals. When you make excuses for why you can't achieve your goals, you are essentially giving up before you even start. You are putting limitations on yourself and preventing yourself from reaching your full potential. Frankly, excuses is the way people justify being lazy. I can't work today, my back is sore. I can't go running today, my shoes got a hole in them. To the people who say these kinds of things, just question yourself. If someone were to give you $10,000 to do these things regardless, could you? If you are on the journey to becoming rich, you must sacrifice the luxury of making excuses. In life, you have to take accountability for absolutely everything that happens to you. Your lack of money, drive, and results? All of these are things that are within your control. Recognizing this is the first step towards full accountability and getting rid of your excuse-making mindset.